I'm so excited you guys are here. Thank you for coming. Okay, so the first time I was ever made aware you were on the radar is when you did an interview first with Anthony and met through Brandon Rogers, who's the sweetest.
You did an interview with him, didn't you?
Yeah, I interviewed him, and God, we got to talking about something, and I know that you guys had worked together, and he was like, you guys should meet, it would be so fun. And I was like, okay, yes, I want to reach out. And then we actually got to just work together on one of his projects. It's like a part 2 of
A Day at the Park, I think it's what it's called, from almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a day at the park, but this one will be a night at the park. And I won't give too many spoilers, but I'll just say that I got to play a villain. And I had the most unhinged, dark things I had to say, and I had to say to you, and I was emotionally upset.
Yeah, you hugged us so much and apologized so much, and we were like, "It's not you."
I was like,
"I swear, it's not you.
It's a character." I remember, literally after a scene, I was like, "Oh, I hate myself," and I ran over and squeezed you guys and was hugging you. And I was like,
"Okay, it's fine. It's just a character."
I know, and I know that I need to be better about separating, even in acting when you're playing a character. I think it's just hard for me to play someone who's mean or a villain, even though I'm trying to push myself outside of my comfort zones and really do those things.
Yeah.
It's still hard.
It just goes against your morals. That's probably why.
Yeah, I think that's it, and it's hard for me to, really compartmentalize.
Fair.
But I know that that's what professionals do. So the project we just worked on just came out. So everyone, go check it out. Go watch it. I'll put a link down below. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. So are you.
When did you start getting into social media?
I'll be honest with you. We've always kind of kept up with social media in the background since we were 12, 13. Gen Z, we were 2000 kids.
So Gen Z. So Gen Z of you.
We grew up on, let's see here, a lot of commentary videos mostly. My best friend in high school actually was a really big fan of yours, so we would always know the happenings of your baking videos and things like that.
No way.
Yeah. She was freaking out when we told her about you, and I was like, I know I've heard this name before.
And you're like, I know, it's familiar.
It's familiar.
We got to send her a picture.
Yes, we please do.
We got to send her a little message or a picture.
That would be appreciated. Yeah, no, we've always been on social media since we were little, but
And then we started YouTube in 2016-ish, just doing dumb little videos with our friends and stuff like that. And then we just privated all of those. And then we were like, you can make money on this? We'll try that.
Yes.
So we did a couple of videos, but mostly Q&As, mostly just so people can get to know us in the sense of humanizing us more of as conjoined twins. Turns out that didn't fucking work. That was not gonna be the case. Especially with internet people being internet people, which is fine. That's understandable. And the way that how do I put this? The way that society has also regressed and seeing certain people as people also hasn't helped, but it is what it is. However, let's see here. When did you start TikTok, dude?
2020.
Yeah, 2020-ish.
Okay, so, because you're really into TikTok.
I was.
But not now.
No.
Okay.
I deleted it when it got banned.
If I'm going to send people, I say, hey, everybody, links down below. Which ones are your favorite?
Instagram and YouTube.
Instagram and YouTube. Okay. Mm-hmm. Same. I'm getting into TikTok, but it's hard. It's a whole other interface.
It's a whole other world, honestly.
It's a cesspool.
So,
anyway.
I can't. So one of the videos that you made with Brandon Rogers, that was the first one that I saw, and I was just shocked by how funny and how edgy the comedy was. You have an edge, and I was like, it was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I just wanted to ask you, what was that process like working with Brandon for the first time?
Okay, let's see here.
So we didn't stop laughing at all. My stomach hurt so bad. My face muscles were okay, they're just gonna spasm now. But it was so much fun. we first were like texting Anthony Padilla because we were like, I think I have a pitch for Brandon Rogers. I don't know if this is good enough to show him. He was like, text him. I don't know.
So we kind of passed along his number, and so and we were able to like set up a call, and in like a little manic type of like, oh god, we gotta pitch something to Brandon Rogers like type of thing. We already had like an idea, but just like hadn't really put it like to pen to paper type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense, we had the concept down, just not necessarily like the whole idea. So we like in the middle of our like sleep deprivation, just kind of like came up with something. And Lupe always had like the idea of like doing a spoof on like, have you ever seen the act of it's called like the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case of like
Yes.
of like the Munchausen by proxy type of
Yes.
thing. Okay,
yes,
so
absolutely.
she was like, yeah, it'd be kind of fucked up, let alone to do one person. What about
Both.
type of thing? Having normal twins, just kind of,
Yes.
you know, bring that spotlight to yourself.
I think that that's a really smart idea, and I think it like has a lot of depth to it too, because it's those like cases are so multifaceted.
Yeah, no, as well as the fact that we have had like a lot of the comments that we like jokingly have like thrown around at like in the video have kind of also been not joking around like said at us as well. So it's like we finally took control of that like verbiage, and we're like, you know what, we'll make fun of ourselves then.
Yeah. I like it because it's taking like terms and things that you've experienced that are negative and expressing it through like acting and art and comedy and showing like how like fucked up it is.
Exactly.
Like, for example, the character that I'm playing is a villain. I won't spoil it, but I'm a terrible person. I should not exist. And like those things are just like the things that I could imagine, like name calling things that have happened. And this isn't even on the same level, but just being a shorty, we're fellow shorties. We're like very
Exactly.
close in height.
She's not the shortest person in the room. Technically, Lupe is.
I am the shortest person in the room.
Okay, wait. So how tall are you?
4'6".
That's right. 4'6" and 4'8".
Yeah.
Right. See, 4'10". And I was, growing up in school, kids can be mean in a big city, and they would always say, like, are you a little person? But they would say it in a much crueler way. And there's lots of names that they would call me, like, so are you a midget and whatever. And those are things that I just, like, didn't even know anything about, and I had to learn about. And people can be so ignorant and just, like, throw out questions that, like, they have no business, like, who cares? And also, too, like, we're standing in line to get on a plane. Like, why does my height
Matter.
impact your day in any way, shape, or form? Like, why would you think it would be okay to turn around to a total stranger in line to get on a plane and be like, are you a midget? Like, in what world?
That's so rude.
It's just so rude. And, like, it just makes me really sad. Not just, like, being rude in general, but I'm like, and a lot of times it's guys where I'm like, where's the gentleman? Because that just off.
I think it's really funny the way that some guys, I'm not generalizing everybody. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind. I'm not generalizing everybody. What I'm saying is that some guys like to have that little window, especially with our disability, of like trying to be nice at first, but as soon as like I'm like, no thank you, and have like some sort of rejection, they're like, well, I didn't want you anyway, like who wants somebody that's like half a person type of thing. They want that little window to like already make, like they have ready, like with that insult type of thing. Or that they are kind of just already rude or ready with like the punch already. If they don't want to sexualize you, they're going to insult you kind of thing.
Right. Well, yeah, they don't want to be rejected. So if they get rejected, then they, they try to hurt you.
Exactly.
Kind of touched on it that you've done several interviews over the years, including with our friend Anthony, who we just took a group picture the other night and sent it to him. And he was so cute. He sent one back. It made my heart happy. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I think that it's incredible that you're so open and honest with the world. In your experience, how have people responded?
We found our community. When I was on TikTok, every time we'd go out, like every like weekend or so, someone would be like, I love your TikToks or your videos, and then we would like hug them, or when we go to the airport, they're like, oh, I see you all the time, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I really appreciate those kind of moments.
Yeah.
We have received I would say backlash. The thing is, when it comes to like a lot of different comments, we've never really kind of sexualized ourselves, like when it comes to like the internet, or like even if we have, like when we were like 21, 22 type of thing, it was like going out type of thing. We're not allowed to like feel nice or something like that. They want to make it a bigger thing than it is, to have like a little window of being like, so how do you do the do type of thing. Or like people like to use that question as like an excuse to like humanize us, but like I don't know what that's supposed to do for them other than like sexualize us more.
Also, I think that that's like really inappropriate.
Yeah, they like to think that it's like part of the educational process of like getting to know us type of thing, but it's really just like okay, why is that the first thing that you thought of, like a person that you don't really know?
I would think that that's super inappropriate for a stranger to ask anyone. So that's where I would be like, okay. And I do understand people have genuine curiosity, especially when people are different. Like when people are unique, they have questions and curiosity. But like, I don't know, do you guys ever feel like this? Like it really does matter, like the vibe and intention and setting? Like
oh, absolutely.
Like,
how do I put this? So, like, yeah, no, we've always had, like, different conversations with people of, like, our bodies of just, like, if people had genuine, like, questions and things like that, even if it has been, like, of the sexual nature, but that's more of, like, with our friends, are the people closest to us.
Yeah, like,
our
conversations
doctors.
with girlfriends.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's, like...
but it's more the sense of, like, people want to try to use it as a way to, like, make us feel, like, humanize us more or identify us more as people, and I just don't see how that's helpful or relevant.
Absolutely.
Even online, or like being like, that's kind of weird to say. They'd be like, well, you guys are weird for putting yourselves online in the first place, so like why so we have like every right to ask type of thing. And I'm like, I have many questions about certain disabilities of how they go about doing certain things, because I like to see if like certain adaptations can be also applied to our lives, or like if that makes any sense. More of like an educational purpose.
Yeah.
But I can also Google it.
Yeah.
Or if I trust somebody enough that has that sort of condition, ask them kind of thing. But
yeah, if you feel comfortable and you trust someone enough to have conversations, then you feel like you can do that. And I even do that with my girlfriends, and especially like pregnancy. A lot of my girlfriends are having babies for the first time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they don't, know a lot about birth and motherhood. And so they'll ask each other medical questions about what they experience, maybe what to expect. Important. Yeah, and I think like community and like communication is important, but I think there's a huge difference, like we're talking about, between like people conversing and like learning about each other, and then people being like so inappropriate and rude and thinking that that is okay behavior. Like, don't ask a total stranger about their sex life or their genitals. Like, that is none of your freaking business.
Sometimes it's women too, and it's weird too.
Really?
Yeah. It's either like in comments or in like direct messages too, and if they're like, well, I'm just curious, and I'm like, oh girl, I'm curious a lot of things too.
Yeah, I get curious about a lot of things, and I tend to put my foot in my mouth a lot of times because I don't have a very big filter.
Same, but it's more the sense of like you, like the intention, you meant it genuinely more than like just like to.
You went out of your way to DM someone instead of
wild behavior.
For real.
Yes, DMing is wild behavior.
That's what I'm saying.
That is so wild. I think you guys are the first conjoined twins I've ever met, and I fucking love you. And I wanted to learn more because I felt ignorant, and I just wanted to know more. And so what I researched, and tell me if I'm wrong. You guys jump in, tell me like,
I don't know anything.
Girl, that's stupid.
Medical.
Okay. Okay.
So you could also be right, and we just don't know.
I have no idea.
And I could just be speaking bullshit, and
I heard it's all arranged. Like I heard that, like
really is.
I've heard that there's different, like the both of you have your own stomachs.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
So you want me to kind of like, I don't know how to put this, like backtrack a little bit of like how conjoined twins are.
Can you explain it to me like I'm stupid and
No,
and
like,
I don't take it as an offense because really I'm just not knowledgeable.
I don't mean to take offense and vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all love. I'm just literally I'm trying to learn and I have a learning disability. So
I rode the short bus like, my whole life.
Yeah, no, we have a booster seat for our truck whenever we have to like drive and everything.
Girl, I was going to ask you what car do you drive because I had to test drive so many. I can only drive a few.
I drive a 2004 Ford F-150.
You drive an F-150?
Yeah.
I love this.
With an 8-foot bed. So it's a fun time. All
Okay, you guys are badass.
We used to work a lot of farm jobs, and I still kind of do. And then in upstate New York, it's just nothing but hills and leaves and dirt roads that I'm like, I need something to make it, and it makes it.
Yeah, you need a big truck for that
you,
kind of terrain.
Exactly.
Right on. Okay, that's badass. You just got a badass point.
What do you normally drive?
My first car was my grandmother's. When she passed, she gave me
yeah.
her old car. It was a 91 Buick Century. It was a boat.
Mama has a 03.
It's
It's a big. It's got a big front.
It's a boat.
It's I don't like that thing.
But I learned how to drive on my dad's truck. He had a truck.
Hell yeah, we learned how to drive on our dad's 95 F-150, and the steering wheel did not really work. Like the powertrain thing gave out, and my dad's like, "You better go hold on tight if you want to learn."
I know, my dad was pretty tough love, and this is before they had. Now they have extension pedals on the Ford cars, so that's really nice. So if you're a shorty, you can actually drive some of those big trucks, which is nice. But right now I drive a Lexus because I don't know, but they really made it adept. It's an old car. I think, how many years old is my car, Mike?
Like 13.
Because I don't really care about cars, so we just got something that had really high safety ratings and actually fit me.
Absolutely.
I did a test thing. I went to all these dealerships and I sat in all the seats, and this was the first car that fit.
As you should.
And I was like, if it fits, I said, so I'm taking it.
Hell yeah.
I'm buying this car. Yeah, so that's what I did. Okay, wait, so please educate me, my dumb self.
No, it's all good. So basically, a lot of the time, conjoined twins are made because the egg, it's just one egg that's supposed to be two, just didn't completely separate. Mm-hmm.
Twins.
Exactly.
Right.
So usually, twins in general are 36 weeks for full gestation. My mama made it to 40. Don't know how she did it, but she did it.
Wow.
No, she legit did. But the only reason that she ended up going to the hospital a couple days before she had us officially was because she had a gash on her leg while she was doing something.
Yeah.
And was like, I should probably go get that checked out. What if that's birth in time?
Right. Right.
And she's like, okay, fine, I'll go.
So she goes, and it finally stops because she's in the waiting room for several hours, and they get her checked out, and they're like, well, your leg's fine. You should probably deal with that. Eventually, how's Monday? And she goes, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot, but okay, type of thing. She worked also until the last week of she had us. And my sister, our older sister. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that woman's strong.
Yeah, she's badass too.
Yes, she is. And so basically, so usually any sort of twins are 36 weeks. Mm-hmm. Mostly C-sections. We have met a pair of conjoined twins that were actually a natural birth
In Ecuador.
That woman, I gave a lot of freaking props.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So basically, a lot of the time when it comes to the way that people share organs or body parts and things like that can always vary, and then they are also categorized by different classifications of conjoined twins from there, of how many, if they share a torso, if they share certain parts of the internal organs or
The face, the head.
things like that. I think we're called oh my god, I was about to say cephalophagus. It's like
I was like, wait, from Sesame Street?
Yeah, right. I'm
what are we
We had
talking?
to say it for our documentary, and we couldn't land it for the longest time.
Also, guys, if you look us up, don't look up the Jubilee video. Low key regret that one.
High key regret that one.
High key regret that one. You want to get to know more? Watch the Anthony one. Watch this one.
Yes.
Watch this one.
Anthony is so sweet. I really love that interview. And yeah, so you guys work a lot with animals too.
We do. So our main.
I want to hear all about the animals.
So
this is my ADHD. Let's switch into animals, everyone.
Fair enough. Okay, so ever since we were little, we've always wanted to be either veterinarians or and then once we got to high school, we wanted to work specifically with cows.
Cows?
Having fun. Yeah. Sorry. Just the readjusting got to me.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
My dog Blueberry she just wants to cuddle with the girls. She's like, let me get in here, let me cuddle.
She's like, move.
And I'm like, Blueberry.
So, basically, currently we are about to be vet assistants at this shelter slash clinic. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Clinic.
Yes, same.
In upstate New York.
As well as we work as tour guides for this little alpaca farm in upstate New York as well. They have like also a bird sanctuary on the farm too. So we do a little bit of just about everything. And
we get to walk around alpacas with the clients, show around the like little pig and goats and stuff like that. And it's a lot of fun.
Is it a passion that you both shared together as sisters, like a love for animals?
Yeah. We realized we're not smart enough to be vets, so we were like, animal it is then.
just caretaking.
That's all I try to do. I'm an unpaid animal caretaker.
Heck yeah.
With these dogs.
They're worth it.
That's what I do. So what are you guys into?
A lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
A lot of more commentary channels, different sort of like video essays that will you never really know how you even got there, but you go, all right.
We like to go hiking.
A lot.
We like to go shopping. Well, she doesn't. I like to go shopping.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're the fashionista.
She is.
And wait, so do you choose all the outfits? How does it
Yeah.
work, like, when you're
Yeah, she
choosing
does.
outfits for the day?
I choose the outfits. If she does, it's either going to be sweatpants and a t-shirt that has a stain on it.
That is so funny.
Don't nod your head at me.
I'm going to send you a link to these pants because they look like jeans, but they're sweatpants.
You
So it's
should.
like a
You
happy
should.
compromise. Let me send the
See,
link.
she's trying to help me.
Yeah, I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to help out.
She's
They're comfortable
enabling me.
and cute. What's a common misconception that people have about twins who are conjoined that you wish that people would educate themselves on, that they just wish they knew?
I think that we argue or fight a lot more than we do.
I don't know.
We'll bicker, but that's also because we're like, young and
Yeah.
angry people.
Yeah.
With
Angsty.
mental illness.
So, you know what I mean? That's like apart from the fact that from like that fact that we argue or anything like that, but that's more of like a bickering or like a banter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I hate her husband.
Yeah, for some reason people think
I saw that in the news.
I'm the one that was like, you should choose that guy. He seems harmless.
Mommy's was my wingman. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a weird misconception that like she hates him or something like that.
It was a bit for a while, but that's what made its money.
Yeah. Because, like, I have a sister, too, and if I was ever dating a guy that was just kind of, like, not good, she would always tell me. Like, she would be like, hey,
We
here's
told our
my
older
opinion.
sister when she had her ex-boyfriend, and he was horrid.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And ugly
nobody
and
here is afraid of saying anything or speaking
Yeah.
up. And
I hate him.
Well, I love that you guys talk about it. Like, and then... Alterations. Oh my God, I could talk about this forever. So basically, every piece of clothing that I wear is altered, and because of my unique height.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, for you guys as sisters, how do you guys like figure out the fashion? Is there like, how do you do this? Do you have a sewing machine? Because I do.
we actually tried figuring it out for like a little bit when we were maybe like mid-teens, almost early 20s.
Yeah.
We do not have a crafty hand.
Got it.
Nope.
Yeah, we're more of a grunt work type of people, if that makes any sense. Not very creative in that sense. But we do have a seamstress. Well, actually, we're trying to find another one currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a seamstress that like has done it since we were like about 5 years old, or we basically
amazing.
came to the States. We buy two of everything. She kind of cuts it down the middle. I don't know if you see that there's like a weird little like slit right here.
Yeah.
Type of thing. That's kind of what creates that little like spacage right here. So we at least have a little bit of roomage for my left hand and her right hand.
Yeah, so that it's comfortable and cute.
Yes, exactly. And then pants wise, petite.
Just something petite.
Yeah.
Right. Same. I have the hard time finding the pants for the petite. It's hard to find stuff that fits. So I'm giving you a link to these. And then
appreciate it.
you need a tailor. You need a good seamstress. I'll see if I know any on the East Coast.
So much appreciated.
Because I travel over there sometimes for, for New York and stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe I might know somebody over there.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Yeah. So wait, when you're picking out fashion stuff, what do you like? I know you like comfort. Comfort and cute.
Yes.
Yeah. Any favorite colors?
Blue, white, black. That's about it.
Okay.
I'm a bruise.
Okay. The colors of a bruise.
And purple. I
Yeah.
forgot purple. I'm also a bad bruise.
A bad bruise.
Oh, another misconception.
Yes.
They think that we could read each other's minds.
What?
Yeah, I think
Like you
American
guys-
Horror Story kind of ruined that for everybody.
Oh, got it. So they think like you guys are like neural linked.
Yeah.
Also, that bit that we did in Brandon's video of like the vaping thing, yeah, they also thought that was real, even though it wasn't.
Okay, so
I sucked in because I have asthma. I cannot smoke.
got it. Because there was that bit where you inhaled.
Yeah, so essentially she inhaled.
Oh, got it.
Fake inhaled, and then I exhaled it, and I already had it in my mouth, luckily. So
It's such a funny bit because people actually don't get it.
that was a
I'm
frequently
like,
asked question. They're like, "Wait, is this real?
Is this
Real?
real?
Do they share lungs?"
No, we would die. Even faster.
whoa, no way.
Mesothelioma.
You guys are fucking killing it in your 20s and beyond. And I think that is just, it's rare, it's a miracle, it's badass. And it just gets me really excited and happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any medical stuff that you guys are worried about, like, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years out, like, other than just like the normal stuff we all go through with aging?
Yeah, no, honestly, so when we were about, what was it, 16, 17? Mm-hmm. We had like a weird, like back doctor appointment, orthopedic.
Yeah.
They did let us know like the way that our spines are shaped, and especially Lupe's, that
Yeah.
within like, by the time we hit our 40s, we're probably going to be like mostly wheelchair bound just because of like, just like degradation and the fact that we're not supposed to be walking apparently either. Like that, like the ability isn't really supposed to happen, especially with our shape. But with the amount of like, actually with the privilege of having physical therapy since we were little and things like that, that's the only reason we could coordinate and do the ability to walk.
17 years, baby.
Exactly. So, so basically, because we're walking and we're not really supposed to be,
And the pressure on our spines. And so it's like crushing. And my back
Got
is
it.
crushing my lungs.
oh yeah, also her back crushes her lungs every once in a while. So like every couple years, it also goes. So
Do you get like a pinched nerve when it happens?
Weed and lidocaine.
Right on. Okay. All right.
true story.
Yeah. figure
Essentially,
it
they were
out.
like pain management. We went okay.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because so basically scoliosis.
I do have scoliosis and kyphosis.
What's the kyphosis?
Upper back is kyphosis. Lower back is scoliosis.
I've never heard of kyphosis.
I dropped out of college.
You just literally taught me something new. Thank you. Wait, you dropped out of college?
Yeah.
What were you studying?
Prereqs.
So wait, I got a question now. Okay.
Yes, we did have to pay tuition.
Yeah, shut up. No.
Yes.
No.
And especially since we're not like U.S. citizens, we had to pay out of pocket for like because we can't do like FAFSA or anything.
Yeah.
So it was just the 2 tuitions and raw dog in life, and we were like, let's go.
Do you had two different schedules, or is it just?
We had to like make it line up, so we all had we had the same schedule. There was one time in high school that they like scheduled us a different like not homerooms but like advisory people or like the first class of the day type of thing that we were like, this isn't gonna work.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Hello.
But it was mostly because of like the whole last name thing. It was like a computer generator thing more than like a human error.
But she did go to vet tech school.
Yeah, I did go to vet tech school for a bit, and she kind of luckily was able to just kind of absorb information and sit in there.
I would help her on tests. I'd be like, no, that's wrong.
That's so sweet of you.
Would she tell me the right answer? Absolutely not. But she'd be like, but no, that's wrong.
She let you know when she's like, no, that's not right. That's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even when you're doing like vet tech stuff, like when you're working? Do you handle different responsibilities because you have different interests when you're at work?
When we were at work, we did reception work. So I don't speak to the client. I'm like, she'll be with you in a minute.
That's
Seriously,
Coco.
not even
That's
exaggerating.
it.
She'll just be like, like doom scrolling for a minute, like a bit, but not obviously like in front of the client. So like,
Right.
As soon as they walk in, I'll just be on the phone or something, and they'll like prepare to say something, and she's like, she'll be with you in a minute, type of thing. I'm not
Like
going to talk to you.
Like, and I remember when we were talking the other night, you were saying for a while you just like didn't want to talk. You were just like, did you just do total mute for how long?
About 18 years.
Yeah.
She was selectively mute for 18 years, and the way that schools, for like the parent-teacher conferences would go, so Carmen's doing fine. She kind of does most of the talking, and then my mom's like, okay, then tell her to shut the fuck up. And I'm like, well, then what the fuck is she supposed to do if, like, she's not saying anything?
Yeah.
And then they would be like, yeah, it's just that Lupe doesn't actually, like, say anything.
Or speak to anyone.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, why? She can. And we're like, they're wondering about that. And my mom's like, talk, I don't know what to tell you.
I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try my best. Not.
But it wasn't until like really TikTok that she finally came out of her shell and like actually did like her little like, bits and stuff that like she was able to talk more.
I'm really proud of you because it's hard to like and I don't know, maybe I should ask you is like, do you think you were more shy or you're just kind of a more quiet person in general?
I was shy and I had a stutter. So both of those didn't help.
Didn't help. Yeah. I feel you. When I was younger, I was really, really shy and I had a hard time just like talking to people in class. And I started to do theater, like acting classes, and it was so scary because they'd have you stand up in front of everyone and talk. And it was just like my heart was pumping. It felt like it was bursting out of my chest. But I remember doing those things outside of my comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
Then it forced me to like kind of build this self-confidence that wouldn't have been there before.
Definitely.
So I'm really proud of you because like
Thank you.
for the shy kids to get out there and find their voice
It is a big step.
it's a big step and it's really inspiring.
Thank you.
Because it's not comfortable.
No, it is not.
No, God. It's not comfortable at all. But then the more you put yourself out there, you just grow so much as a person and it just helps so much. So I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you. I wrote a video with Brandon.
Oh yeah, the first video she helped co-write it.
You co-wrote that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You guys go check it. I'm putting links.
It's so funny. I watched the
I'm
video.
putting links. I'm putting links.
It's peak comedy.
Are you into writing?
Yeah, I have a couple more skits I have to show him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she wants to go into like more like SNL, like sketch work type of thing.
I think you would do so well because your delivery is fucking hilarious. And I think that may be something people wouldn't know from just like hanging out with you guys for a few seconds. Like they wouldn't know that you've got edgy comedy and you can deliver.
Yeah, no, a lot of people in like mostly high school, she would just do one-liners, but like, you know, to the people that like really deserve it of like being a little too cocky or something, and then they'd be like, Carmen, that's really rude to say, and I'd be like, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, and I'll look at Lupe and I'll be like, yeah, you happy with yourself?
Yes, I guess I am.
Yeah, they're kind of like comedy chef's kiss perfection. They're just
Seriously.
like that liner that it's like
No, seriously. No, I'm really glad that she's starting to do that a lot more, especially with like the fact that she finally got over herself, if that makes any sense.
yeah.
I guess.
I guess. Wait, so how long have you been dating and you're in a relationship?
So we were dating for 4 years until we got married in October of 2024.
Right. And so has it been 1 year now? I'm bad with
Almost, yeah. It's almost a year, like 10 months, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty cool.
And has everybody in the family been like very cool and supportive?
Yeah, no, both sides of the family have always been really supportive and very kind and yep.
Because of my size, a group of girls locked me in a locker, and they did a lot of other messed up stuff like that. Like they picked me up and threw me in a trash bin one time. Did you experience that at all, or were you in an environment where it was like smaller and more community oriented?
So it was like a mix of like both, if that makes any sense. Yes, we had our community where they like would protect us and we would have our little friends and everything like that.
Right on.
We grew up in a very small town in rural Connecticut.
So they were very welcoming when we first came into the States anyway. So
Yeah.
And they tried to apply that once we came to like grade school and everything. But obviously there's a little assholes within like as you get older.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize they were bullying me until recently.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Or like they would make a comment and I'd be like, yeah, no, I am like this. What do you? All right.
Weird thing to say.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of passive aggressive or like people who will say comments that like are kind of like beating around the bush or they're using like some analogy because of how my brain works. I don't pick up on it
Same.
until way later. Like
I'll
it
be
will
like,
be
wait
a
a
week
minute.
later and I'm like,
That was bullying.
yeah, I'm like a week later. I'm like, wait a minute. That was really fucking rude.
Exactly.
Like it clicks later for me.
Exactly. No, but I know what I've kind of come to grips recently is that a lot of my perception issues about myself or like my body image issues were a lot projected onto me because I never really had them until someone would go, yeah, did you like, I didn't realize how like short your guys' torso is compared to like the rest of your legs. Like you're supposed to be quote unquote supposed to be taller if you were
I didn't
like,
even notice that
separated
either.
type of thing. And I'm like, what an odd thing to say. I didn't even notice that until you said something. Or like my arms are kind of lanky or something like that. And I'm like, they're my arms. What do you want me to do with them? Type of thing. But like, it's more of the sense of like, I don't hate myself. I've never hated myself because I'm a conjoined twin or the way that I was born. It's more of like, why are you pointing that out to me? And like, why do you want me to hate that about myself now?
Yeah, and why is it a
Weird.
big deal to you?
Exactly.
Especially old people. I really...
Boomers are so
The boomers are the
ruthless.
worst.
They just stare with their mouth agape, and we just stare back and be like, fucking boomers all the time. And they're like, and I'm like, back, bitch.
Yeah, it's terrible.
No, because recently we went, okay, so I understand. Please always keep in mind, I am always understanding. It's an interesting situation. I understand. It's a sightly scene.
She is ugly. We know.
No.
My point is, like one time we went to the gas station and I was coming home from like a doctor's appointment or something, and I don't usually go to this gas station because it's like so rural and like a little expensive that I'm like, is it worth it? I got such little gas. It's an 04, you know, like you don't test the boundaries of an 04. So, and so there was a little like Subaru ass thing that cuts me off as soon as I try to get to like a pump or like to turn around to go to a pump and was trying to pick a lane, and I'm like, all right, fine, I guess they're old or trying to pick a lane, I don't know. And so I like go all the way around, and I was able to back into a spot because like somebody was already in front of me, and I was like, okay. Old dude that cut me off like lines up right in front of me and just was already staring at me by the time I was like I backed in and was like this. Lead paid stare like the entire time, and I was like, "Sir, are you like?" I rolled down my window before I got out, and I went, "Sir, are you gonna pay for my gas?" No. All right, let's focus on ourselves.
Yeah.
I get my gas and there was his wife was like pumping the gas, so they like did like a little conversation, like side conversation, like while I was pumping the gas, and she decides to do a little like nonchalant like turnaround type of thing. And didn't do it nonchalantly enough because she did like whipped around and was like, "Whoo!" And
And I was like, fucking old people, man.
because she was just she was just being like weird about it, and she like was more offended at the fact that she said that than the fact that she was like staring and being rude. And I was like, "Ma'am, you could just say hi or good afternoon or something like that, like lead with something." And then she was like, "Ugh, this is so rude." And I'm like, all right. And the fact that you guys are more mad about that is very telling.
Yeah, like, hold on. Y'all are being rude as shit.
Exactly.
And then
And then you say something and then you're the problem? No.
we go into our car, and then we roll down our window again, and we're like, "Sir, you better close your mouth. There's gonna be a fly in there in a bit."
It's summer. I'm just saying.
I like that you're unique because you stand out without trying to.
People don't like that, and it's okay though. But it's okay. I think we don't meet a certain mold of disabled people that some people are like, well, that because you don't educate or advocate for certain things, that obviously makes you rude or like a bad representation. Or how are we supposed to educate ourselves? And I'm like,
I don't know anything about conjoined twins other than myself.
so I'd look it up.
Yeah. Have you guys met other conjoined twins? And what has been similarities or differences that you've had, commonalities you found?
So we've met a couple, mostly online, just like through conversation and everything. There's a pair of conjoined twins that are from Ecuador. Their names are Jose Luis and Jose Armando. And they're very sweet gentlemen. I think they're like a year older than us.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like 26, 27.
Yeah.
And they are built very similarly to us, but I believe they have more of like, they're more seated, if that makes any sense, and a little bit more wide in the torso area.
We met conjoined twins on the Tyra Banks show.
Oh yeah, in like 2007. And they had us like hold these little babies that were joined at the head. They were from like Canada. They seemed really sweet. Yeah, well, they were a month old.
Yeah.
The
separated twins that were there too were nice.
Yeah, there was a pair of twins that were separated at like 2 or 3 years old, it was really funny to me the way that they. Okay, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I swear. I swear. But like there was a little scene in the Tyra Banks show that I remember. I don't even know if that's even available on the internet at this point. But they were like one of them was going how like how do you ever like feel like different, or as well as like do you have any advice for like the girls as they're gonna get older and feel a little bit more different type of thing. And one of them goes like, I just remember being like you guys and yada yada yada, and I at 7 years old just kind of in my head going, why do you remember being like us when you got separated long time ago? I'm confused type of thing. But I get what you're trying to say. I appreciate it. But also, don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
But I guess what she was trying to say was like, like you're going to feel very different, but it's going to be okay because you guys have each other type of thing. But I was like, all technicalities, y'all aren't joined anymore. How do you know what I feel like right now?
Yeah. Exactly. I feel like maybe she's trying to guess.
Yeah, no, I think she was just trying to be nice, but it was more of the sense of like me at 7. I was like, I don't think that makes any sense, but okay.
Like I told you guys, I've always wanted a twin.
Fair enough.
Because I have a sister, and literally, like, I just want to be like close and love her all the time, and like next to her all the time, and I have a lot of friends who are twins, like the Property Brothers, Drew and Jonathan.
I want to stand next to them so bad.
They're so tall.
Because we're going to be like so much shorter than you. I am so sorry. But yeah.
Yeah, we should. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. The height difference is just hysterical.
It's twin squared.
Twin squared, I love it. And his funny birth story was his mom didn't know he had twins.
Really?
She thought it was just one baby.
Oh my goodness.
And this is before they used to do any of the time.
He's like 47 or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, I believe it now. Okay.
And when they were when she was giving birth, they were like, "Oh, there's another baby." We had no idea. Surprise.
No, my mom thought that we were going to be boys at first.
Yeah.
And then they did like so basically my mama didn't find out we were conjoined until like 6 months in to her pregnancy, or like she didn't also figure out she was pregnant until like 5 months in.
Yeah.
So like she was like, well that's weird. Something's getting better. She'll probably get that checked out type of thing. Once they figured out we were twins, they like just thought that we were boys. And then like the second time around, they were like, oh, something seems weird. Should probably come in for another check type of thing. And they're like, oh, good news. They're girls, but also they're together. So, yeah.
Did you do C-section?
Yeah, they did.
Did your mom do C-section?
Yeah, we were extracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it our extraction day.
That's what I'm going to have to do if I have kids. They said that because they're concerned about my size, just
That's fair.
my internal measurements. They
Definitely.
They
That's
said
fair.
that I might have to do that, or they might even suggest me do a surrogate if I want to have kids, because
you don't have to do anything to your body.
yeah, they're concerned about the size of it.
Fair enough.
Do people ask you about kids all the time, and then it's like so annoying, and you're like, "Oh my God, we've heard
Families,
the
yes.
family and the babies conversation a million times." You can tell me, Rose, shut up. Have you guys ever talked about it or thought about it?
Oh yeah, like 6 months in, we kind of like had that weird discussion of like, I don't want kids. Do you want kids? No. Okay, that works.
Yeah.
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 I don't like sticky things.
Oh yeah. Well,
Babies are sticky.
they're very sticky, very poopy, very stinky. There's
I'd rather have a dog.
pee everywhere. Yeah, and there's always adopting, which I'm a big fan
That
of
is
too.
very true too.
Like if I can't have kids, I think that I'll end up adopting.
Fair enough.
Because, you know, if it's just not made for, I mean, it wasn't in the cards for me, that I think that that's something I'd want to do.
That's fair. No, we're like personally we're infertile, as well as just like since I was little, I've never really had that thought of like being a parent, if that makes any sense. Especially with like nobody thought I would actually be in a relationship when I was like growing up or anything. So it's like they never really had that like discussion of like what options are out there and things
Yeah.
like that. But I also like we always worked with kids of like babysitting. We used to be like part-time like camp counselors in our little town and things like that. That I would go. Another reason that I'm good.
They're a lot of work.
Yeah, no, I give
They
mad
are
respect
a
to
lot of
parents. Personally, I would fail at it, so I'd rather not fuck up a little guy.
You know what I think is really sweet, though? I think that the both of you are really nurturing
I
because
would
of
make a
how
great
much you
uncle.
like. You care about
Fuck's sake,
animals and you literally like take care of them so much. I'd make a great uncle. The fun uncle. Because then you get to be fun. You get to be like fun for, you know,
Exactly.
and then
No, I feel like I would make a great parent, but I'd kill myself in the process, like of just like trying to make the best for that little dude. That I'd be like, yeah, I'm good.
what's something that one of you enjoys more than the other? Because I feel like you guys' personality have a lot of similarities. You both love animals. You're both doing entertainment.
Her music taste sucks.
Yeah, no, she's usually I like DJ for everything. So
Right on. Okay, so what's your favorite music?
I like a little bit of everything. If you don't like everything, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, if it's good music, it's good music.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I like every genre as long as it's a song that makes me feel something and it's a good song.
It could be one song in each genre. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, right on. What do you guys like doing outside of content creation, like for fun?
a lot of hikes, a lot of taking pictures of bugs. We live right across the street from a lake, so we like to like check out some stuff there, like go fishing and stuff like that.
And going kayaking.
We're very rural people, if you can't tell.
I like that.
A lot of our free time, like when we have our day off, I help out my godmother. She has a goat farm, like about almost like an hour away from me. So we try to help make sure that they're up to date on vaccines, that they're good with their feet, that they're like they're not sick or shitting themselves.
Oh my gosh, a bunch of little goats.
Yeah, no, you know how we told you? I think we told you yesterday that we bottle feed every year type of thing. That's
Every
kind of where
little
we get them
baby
from.
goats.
Yeah.
I
for
would
4
pay
months.
so much money to come visit you guys and just feed some
If
goats.
you're ever back in New York,
Yeah.
let us know and we'll make a day trip out of it.
I love animals. I love farms.
Oh wait, I can also get you set up with like the alpaca tour thing. Like you could walk with alpacas and stuff.
Yes, please. One of the best days of my filming life was when we were filming like YouTubers React and they brought a llama into the
hell
studio.
yeah.
And if you answered the questions correctly, you got to pet it. And then I answered them all incorrectly. And I said, you give me that alpaca. I know that I have failed the challenge, but I need to pet that alpaca. If you don't let me
That's so
pet
fair.
it, I said, we're not friends anymore. If you kick me out of this building without letting me pet that animal, I am never speaking to you again. And they were
So
like,
fair.
let her pet the animal. Jesus.
It's like all right.
So do you ever thought about having a farm yourself? Like, think in the future, what are you feeling?
What are you feeling?
Would you ever do it?
Cows.
Would you do cows?
I want to do mini cows.
They have those?
Yeah.
Like mini ponies?
No, it's just cows with dwarfism.
Shut up. How big are they?
They get to like 40 inches.
Do they come in every breed, like the Jersey cows?
Yeah.
The Jersey cows are the
I
cutest.
love jerseys. They're such a pain in the ass.
They are?
Sorry. No, sorry.
No,
we used to
I don't
work
know.
with
I've
cows
never
a lot.
owned one.
All the cows are clicking off this video right now.
Are they kind of like feistier? I
They're
just
a
thought
little,
they were so cute.
Sassier. So we used to like volunteer at a dairy farm when we were in high school, and they had mostly what's it called? Jerseys.
And inside the high school, too.
Oh yeah, also in high school we used to have a vocational part, so they
Yeah.
had like animals there too. So we had mostly jerseys. We had like a couple belted Galloways, which are the ones that like look like Oreo cows, and then like Holsteins, which are the black and white ones.
The kind of classic ones when you think of a stereotypical cow, the white and black spotted.
You
those
got
ones.
it. So we would have to like halter train, which is like having the little lead on their faces as soon as they're like what are they, like a month old almost, like less than that.
2 weeks old-ish.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks old, just so they get to be like used to it from the beginning. And they were the biggest pain in the ass to try to halter train. Everybody else was okay. Granted, they're still animals; they'll still go berserk. But yeah, but they like to do this thing where they start off fine, start like doing a buck and bronco thing, and then like almost like a crocodile roll. They're like, "Well, I'm gonna die here."
And you're like, okay, we'll try this again tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. You're not getting out of this.
Exactly.
Jersey cows, huh? They're a little sassier.
They're a little sassy.
Why do they make them cuter? That's messed up because
They look like little deer.
They do. Their little faces are so cute. I love all cows, but those little Jersey faces, I'm like, oh, if they made a mini one of those, I'd get one here.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, mini ponies too. I'm obsessed with them.
They're very cute. They are very cute.
They're so sweet.
My aunt has 2 ponies. On my dad's side of the family, a couple of the people have farms and farm animals and horses. And so my sister and I grew up around horses, horseback riding, and we volunteered at Little Bit Therapeutic Horse Riding Center.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where it's teaching a bunch of people, and especially children with disabilities, how to ride horses and how it can help with coordination and building confidence.
We did that when we were 4.
Right on. Whoa, yeah. And I love this. And I wanted mini ponies for the fun of it because they bring so much joy.
Oh, yeah.
And there's nothing more than I wanted, but they were like, well, no, we're not getting those at the therapy riding center. They were like, because we can't ride them, Rosanna, so why would we get them? And I was like,
Have them.
because they're
They could
amazing.
be therapy animals. They use them instead of therapy dogs for people that can't have dogs.
Yes.
Yeah, they put little shoes on their feet.
She's learning new things every day.
Now I want a mini pony.
She needs to get a mini pony.
I know.
Mike, get her a mini pony.
Yeah, I'm done with the dogs.
I want to get like a fun animal because it's like
You should.
I feel
A
like we're at
capybara.
that age now. Literally,
They're
Jaguars are
amazing.
so cute. What's
They're
the-
so cute. It's stupid.
Is it wombats?
They're wombats.
Wombats are
Don't get-
adorable. They
They
have such a little smile to
Yeah.
them that they're like, oh my god.
they kind of remind me of kind of like a bear gerbil version of a French bulldog with claws. And then wombats, they poop square.
They do.
They do.
Their little poops are square, and I'm like, how does it do that? And my curiosity goes, is it an internal thing, or are their buttholes shaped square?
I think it's the peristalsis of it.
Like the way that their movement of like their digestive tract, the way it contracts, it like actually does make it like cube shaped.
Cube shaped. I'm fascinated. Okay, so I love what you guys make. Is there anything that you want to make that you haven't yet?
I want to make like a Shining spoof and us as the Shining twins.
Oh my God, in the hallway?
Yeah.
They have those blue dresses?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we could make the cutest custom dress ever. I'm getting ideas. We need the white lace, and I think they have pink ribbons.
I think so too.
And I'm getting really into this.
And we have an alterations guy in LA. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have the best. Oh, we got to do it, Mike. we need to make this outfit. I'm like getting so excited.
Make Rosanna Wendy.
Please, what can I be? Who's creepy in the movie? Who's little? Is there a little like a
You don't
doll?
need to be little. You don't even have to
could-
have like a little. Like you could just be like Wendy the mom of like the Shelley Duvall.
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it. Are there any YouTubers that you want to meet that you haven't yet met?
a lot.
Yes.
We kind of grew up on YouTube, if that makes any sense. But like creatively, like if we want to work with them type of thing, we thought it would be such a cool idea. I don't know if we told you this earlier of like with
Tell
like
me.
the Try Guys of like having either like of like Zach and Keith of just like competing with us of like weird tasks of like as conjoined twins of like who's the better conjoined twin.
That would be amazing. I think
I was
it'd be
gonna
really
ask you.
fun.
Try Guys try to be
So
conjoined
funny.
twins.
I'm sure. Here, I'll text Rachel, their producer. Right now.
Literally text them right now. I'm not joking. For anyone listening or watching this, we're texting those guys right now. I think it would be so fun.
As well as Lupus trying to shoot her shot of trying to be in the next scary movie franchise.
Yes.
So like she's working on that currently. Of, like,
We went
Yes.
to a stand-up show with Marlon Wayans, and there was a meet and greet afterwards. And I was like, if you need conjoined twins, I can be a part of it. Let me know.
thank you, bye.
Thank you, bye.
Good. That's good. That's
Gotta shoot her
brave.
shot, whatever we get.
Yes, I literally met some of my friends who came to my book signing.
Oh, that's
When I
awesome.
did a cookbook book signing, there was a couple gals. They were actually actresses on a couple Disney shows, and they were like, "Hey, we like the stuff you make. We think you're cool. Would you ever want to hang and like do something?" I'm like, "Yeah, are you serious?" Like,
Hell yeah, I like when people shoot their shots like
yeah,
that.
me too. I really appreciate it because like I'm always like kind of on my laser focus in my grind. And I'm really social. I love people and meeting people.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
like when people kind of like go out on a limb and they're like put themselves out there. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, yeah, and let me think of something that would be really cool to do together. And then we ended up doing that. We ended up baking together.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
That's sweet.
yes, good you did that and keep doing it. Fuck yeah. That's like, I don't know. A lot of my girlfriends are too scared to even do that. Sometimes I get scared that I'm bugging people.
At this point, how are you supposed to know what you want to do if you don't go for it? So, like,
Right.
like as well as we've had such like weird twists and turns in our life, we originally thought we were gonna do be veterinarians.
Yeah.
We're not smart enough for that whatsoever.
What didn't you like about it? Was it the labs? Was it the math? There's a lot of
I'm not
math.
really a
There's
math guy.
Yeah, I'm not really a math guy. I've done I do calculation like math currently because of my job, but it's more the sense of like it's simple for what it needs to do as like bottom of the totem pole within there. But it's more the sense of like it's just a lot of emotional effort, a lot of like I even saw it like working currently at where we work of just like it's a lot of emotional toll of just like you've
Right.
seen them from the beginning of like when they're little puppies to the end, and it's not even within your lifetime. It's like a couple different like of their lifetimes, and it's like, oh, that's heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. But we could still like we still love that world anyway, so that's why we still like stay within it. Just different aspects of it.
yeah.
I don't know. It's more the sense of just like they kind of get it of like, you know, they get it.
yeah.
They don't judge.
Yeah.
They sniff and then go, okay, you're cool, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like we don't deserve dogs. I
Not
feel
at all.
like animals are amazing and they're just so much easier sometimes than people. Like some people are great. Some people are so loving and like cool, and then there's some people that are just, I don't know what it is about human nature, but there's a side to it that's just like sometimes can be the worst.
Yeah, unfortunately, at this point, I think the best we can do is, I guess, give them the benefit of the doubt that they're just having an off day. Is like how I've been trying to calm myself down about people if they're being rude, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Or they're just awful and you just need to move on.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, true that. This is like
Yeah.
a side note, but like every time I'm on a plane, there's always
Tell me
an
about it.
asshole.
Yeah.
And it's every flight. It used to not be like that. It used to be once in a blue moon, but now it is every flight.
People
Mike
are
and I
very
will take
entitled.
bets. We'll be like, okay, who do you think's going to pop off here? Because
Exactly. No, you
it's-
just play the guessing game.
It's literally always somebody. And it's, okay, I hate to say it, but it's usually a boomer.
Yeah.
And he's like, I didn't get this
Entitled.
fast enough. I didn't get this fast enough. And I was like, sir, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Just sit down.
Seriously.
I'm
Sir,
like, no one asked for your opinion, sir.
yeah.
Sir.
Get out here. So you guys are on the East Coast mostly, but do you come on the West Coast often?
So far we've only really come for like work stuff of like the Anthony thing. and Brandon's like videos.
Anthony was by coincidence. We reached out and we were first going to do the Jubilee. I'm sorry. I just really, really regret that.
She's like, for the record,
I really do regret that. But we did go. We were like, "Do you want to go out for drinks?" He's like, "Do you want to do an interview instead?" We're like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Let's do it."
And then Brandon, again.
Yeah.
And then you.
Yes. We need to go out for a bite. If you guys have
Absolutely.
time, I think it would be so fun.
Oh,
I know some
definitely
really
do.
good spots, so I think we'll have a great time.
Hell yeah.
So something that I've been asking my guests lately now is, can you tell me a ridiculous story? And it can be about anything. It'd be like a funny one, a personal life one, a work one, like something that you just think is ridiculous.
When we almost died by getting stampeded by cows.
Why is it
What?
always animal related? I was like back in 2020, we were doing this like little, we were trying to figure out if we wanted to do like vet tech or still wanted to be in the animal world. So we were shadowing this mixed practice vet that did a lot of large animal like cows, horses, llamas, stuff like that, as well as cats and dogs. And he would also do some like house calls, farm calls. So basically, we had to do the objective for that farm of like getting the cows were of like putting some kind of like medication on top of them. Like, do you guys ever do like a flea and tick like topical stuff?
Yeah.
Essentially like that type of
Yeah.
thing, but it's for like actual like intestinal parasites.
Wow, okay.
And then I think like penicillin for something else. And so basically the farmer didn't have any of the animals where they should have. So they were at like a bottom field and we had to bring them all the way up to like a top field where the chute was. And so
You had to be cowboys.
essentially
You're like, he's
essentially
like-
without the horses.
They're like, go wrangle a whole herd of cattle.
And there were a bunch of teenage dumb cows.
So there was like maybe 10 of them. About 10 of them. And so there was this big opening to the property that technically they could just go right through. But you know what they did? They put tiny 20-year-old conjoined twins right there to like block that area for them to like to skirt on by to go past us and like towards the top chute. So basically they're chasing them around, trying to herd them together, and they finally get it to go towards us, and there's like 10 of those motherfuckers like just running towards us, and I'm like, I guess this is it.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die here. I wonder how he's supposed to explain this to his boss or insurance. This is gonna be interesting, type of thing. Like I know cows are dumb. Like if you react more than their cow does,
Right.
it ends up being a bigger deal than it is. If that makes any sense. So I'm like, all right. And so all I did was put my hands out so they wouldn't go past us in general of like where that big open area was to go up the hill. And luckily, even the vet like saw it happen in real time. They got really close to us. I did that, and they like turned and like finally went in the direction we wanted them to. And as the vet like was running back up to try to like do what we needed to do, he goes, "I'm not gonna lie, I thought you guys were about to die." And I'm like, "So you put us like the smallest people right there then?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yup, we're doing great."
And then that happened one more time.
And that happened one more time, and we still had like got everything done within like an hour or two.
Okay, that is ridiculous. That's ridiculous, and you guys are badass, and I'm so happy you guys are okay.
Thank you.
And
we've done dumber. I'm not gonna lie.
you guys, for the record, they can do it all. Not only entertainment and riding and taking care of cute little animals, but also cowboys. Apparently, like what? We've been talking forever, and I've got to stop here for the podcast, but we're going to continue this conversation at lunch
Sounds like fun.
because I need to know everything about these cows. I'm dead. I need to know. And I just wanted to tell you guys again, like, I really admire you, and I think you're super talented. And for everybody listening, go check them out, show them love, support. I'm going to put all the links down below.
Thank you for having us.
And keep kicking butt and taking names.
Thank you very much.
Bye, you guys. Thanks for
Bye.
listening.